What's up, my dudes? Would you rather race with or without a road? So, came across an interesting little forum post here, and I just been waiting on this right here. I've been waiting on somebody to do this. Oh my God, guys. So basically, William St. Laurent came in here and did a post and basically did a straw poll vote type thing, right? Pretty much just you can go in here and do any kind of forum post and then get a vote, and then anybody on the forums can vote on it. So that's what we're looking at right here, right? And she's a bombshell, boys. Okay, so we've got without a road, 68 votes, 52%. With a road is 63 votes, 48%. RF, if this does not tell you exactly what to do, I don't even know what the fuck to tell you anymore. I have no idea. I mean, good God, dude. Without ERODE outvotes with ERODE, and you have to take into account there is so many people that has left this game that didn't like ERODE to begin with. They're already gone. They're not even here for this vote. So realistically, you should be multiplying this without ERODE by like another 30-40% because all those people are completely gone. They're not even here to vote, okay? And on top of all that as well is you've got a lot of people that they may not like just want it without ERODE entirely, but they want it like 80% pre-made, 20% ERODE, or like 90% pre-made, 10% ERODE, which is still very little ERODE, but they're still going to be voting with ERODE here. You know what I mean? So you're getting an extra, all those people that still just want very, very little amounts of it are still going to vote with ERODE. So that's even giving you even more people there. And we still outvoted you. What in the hell? Okay, just letting you guys know, this was actually posted on the forums 3 or 4 days ago. Okay, so we've had enough time to get some votes in here. This is not like, oh, this just got posted yesterday. You know what I mean? We got some votes on here, and I'm just trying to let you know, RF, this isn't even like proper what this is showing, and we're still outvoting you. To have no ERODE, that's how many people vote. We don't want it at all. We still outvoted you. Don't have ERODE in the game. It's not working. Jesus Christ, what have I been telling you? It's not working, and we're proving it, or we're voting it. We even voted it in. Do not keep killing this game. Do not keep being that stupid. You cannot be that stupid. Oh, found a gem here on the second page, right? Let's just scroll down a little bit. Okay, so Race Carlin here. You guys know we're just good old buddy old pals. One of the dudes, the track crew dudes of RF, right? He comes on here and says, 128 votes isn't half the community and barely scrapes all the series signups. Okay, so we can go in here, completely outvote people that want ERODE, and then you get somebody in RF that is still trying to defend it, still trying to sweep it off to the side like, oh, that's not even all the community. That barely even accounts for everybody that signed up. Oh, no. This is what they've been doing from the beginning, guys. Prime example right here. Congratulations, Race Carlin. We outvote your ass, and you still try to defend it. There's nothing else to even say to that. If we outvote it, we outvote it. This is worse than sad. This is beyond sad, right? This is, man, this is something else. I mean, what else more do we have to do? We voted it, man. Like, if this is 3 days after, and it's even remotely on the scale of without ERODE completely, then you need to have it without ERODE completely. If it's even remotely higher, like even if this was even if it was 50-50 right down the middle, you should still highly consider going without ERODE completely because there's that many people that fucking want that. And that vote is going to be so much higher if there would have been all those people that from back in the day that didn't like ERODE that's now left this game and completely quit playing. That vote would be higher. I'm telling you, like, good God. Okay, so William St. Laurent, he basically comes on here and says, with his actual post, the question says it all. Let's hear it. What can help your vote about ERODE? Fun factor. Yeah, pretty much completely kills every bit of that. FPS. Yeah, trashes the game's FPS, especially in motocross with 40 riders, makes it completely unrideable. Racing, roughness, does not make the kind of roughness you expect it. And listen, guys, it's not like I'm a hater of roughness or I'm a hater of ruts or I don't think it needs to change over time or all these things that some of you guys get in your head. You think I'm like anti-terrain deformation or anti-erode. That's not what it is. I'm a firm believer in the roughness, ruts, and all of that is what makes motocross what it is. That's the whole point of it, especially in outdoors. That's the whole point of it. I love that shit. I love rough as hell tracks. That's the skill gap. That's the whole fucking point. I get it. But the problem is with the particular terrain deformation system of MX Simulator does not make the right kind of ruts. It doesn't make the right kind of roughness. It makes one line huge-ass berm-style ruts, shit you can't even hardly get into. It triangles it out, makes this weird spliced terrain like the game can't even actually properly produce that sort of terrain. That's what it looks like. And the whole issue is you can make ruts, roughness, ruts going up, jump faces, all that kind of stuff way better and way more realistic pre-made in this game versus what it can make with ERODE, right? That's my whole point. It's like, why would you run something that obviously is not making as good as what you can make pre-made? Yes, it does change over time, but I mean, good Lord, guys, like, it's not changing that much over time, and if you want it to change over time a little bit, then just have 2 or 3 versions of a track. That would be more realistic than what we're doing right now. I mean, this is just ridiculous, and the vote proves it. And I always have to go back to this, right? If it was so important to have this terrain deformation changing over time, ERODE and MX Simulator, oh my God, the game would have died without it, all this crap, a lot of people in RF like to say, and some big ERODE advocates like to say, if that was all so important, then why is there less people playing this game now? Why do they struggle to even fill up the gate at the end of the Supercross season in the pro racing? I mean, why is all that? Why does it feel like this game is just slowly but surely getting the life sucked completely out of it and no one's playing it anymore? Don't you think if it was that important, if we really, really needed this, don't you think that it would be like, boom, MX Simulator, oh my God, everyone's trying it out, it's a big deal, they've got terrain deformation, let's get in there, it's amazing, all these people are playing. Don't you think it would be like that? There's not even any proof in the pudding to show that ERODE is making the game any bigger than it was before. In fact, it's showing it to be hurting the game. I mean, shit. Like, it's just so... And this is that other side I was saying. There's a lot of people that want like 80% pre-made or 90% pre-made and then very, very little ERODE on top of it. I'm talking like so little ERODE that you can barely even tell it's even doing anything, but at least it's doing a little bit, right? And even those people are not going to vote completely without ERODE. So even on top of all that, you still have more votes of people not even wanting it, period. Do you see what I'm fucking saying, RF? I'm trying to grab your virtual heads through the screen right now and shake it. Like, how do you not fucking understand this? How? It's proof in the pudding right in front of you. And you might as well multiply this fucking without ERODE percentage vote right here because, like I'm saying, as I've went over, all of the people that's left, all the people that are going to vote with ERODE that may only want like fucking 5 or 10% ERODE, completely different than what they have currently right now. But I mean, even still, because people understand all of the extra issues that comes with the ERODE. You're killing all your random online racing servers. You're killing all of your newer, just let's go ride on that new RF track in single player. Let's go try it out. You can't do it. You're on a goddamn highway, completely flat tracking, boring ass track. Nobody wants to do that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? All the lag that comes with it. All of the... I mean, I just cannot believe that they would continue after all of this. 48% of the people voted with ERODE. That's counting all of the people that want like 80% pre-made, 20% ERODE, all the people that want very, very little ERODE. They can't vote completely without ERODE, you understand what I'm saying? Because they do want some of it. So this is not even accurate at all. Plus, you're getting all of those ERODE diehard fanboy, everybody in RF. That's another 20 votes right there. All the dudes in RF, they are going to vote with ERODE because they've got this goddamn diehard syndrome about it. diehard fantasy to have it in the game. And so that's another 20 votes right there. Just the people in RF alone. So you could take that percentage down another 10% off of the people wanting with ERODE. You can bet your happy ass. Take that down another 10%. Okay, so here's another little example of what I'm talking about with, okay, so D. Davis, he posts right here, if I can figure out this FPS bullshit, then bump up ERODE as gnarly as you want. I want gnarly nationals. Ditch ERODE for SX though, please. Okay, so I don't really think your comment is far off right here, but the issue is my whole sort of thing I'm pushing is I think you can make gnarly ass nationals. I'm talking huge ass roughness, crazy rut kickers going up jump phase. You can make it gnarly as shit in a lot better pre-made than what the ERODE is going to make. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you could have a Moto 2 version of a national track with no ERODE on it and make it gnarly as a motherfucker. Huge ass ruts. But the only difference is you're not going to have that janky ass ERODE clipping, like, where the terrain is not even actually together because the goddamn game can't handle it and it triangles out and splices out and just pulls your front end away from you for no reason. That's what I'm getting at. A lot of you guys that are wanting this gnarly, like, roughness, ruts, motocross, let's make it rough as shit. You can do that with pre-made stuff, and it's actually better. It's actually more realistic when you do it pre-made versus the ERODE. It's just not changing in that particular race. That's the only difference. And he says, ditch ERODE for SX. Yeah, that was a fucking joke. They had just as much ERODE in goddamn Supercross the past 2 years that they have in the motocross. Oh, dogs. That's so crazy. So Dennis Philberg, actually agree with Leclerc here, have basically the ruts pre-made and have a little ERODE on, so the pre-made ones just get a little rougher, I think is what he meant. It would help people with frame drop, and it will make the ruts smooth instead of walls. Yeah, so we've all been kind of talking about this, you know, doing the pre-made little bit of ERODE on it, but my sort of deal is like, that's going to come with a whole nother level of testing and a whole nother level. Yeah, it's probably going to help the lag if you tone down that ERODE a lot more, because right now pretty much what they're doing is like 10 to 15% pre-made and like, you know, 90 to 95% ERODE. They're basically counting on the ERODE system to make the entire track, and as we've seen, that works out real fucking well. Not. So yeah, I mean, I agree with this whole like 80% pre-made, 20% ERODE, or 90% pre-made, 10% ERODE. I agree with all that. I think that would be way better than what we have right now. 100,000 times better than what we have right now, but my sort of thing is like, it's going to get to the point to where I feel like you just continue to go down the road of more pre-made, less ERODE, more pre-made, less ERODE, more pre-made, less ERODE, to the point to where the ERODE's not doing anything anyway, so why even have it? I guess that's my sort of thought of it. Like, okay, you want to have even less frame drops. Okay, you want to have even smoother, better, more realistic ruts instead of the janky-ass triangled splice ruts. Go even more pre-made, even less ERODE, and then we're back to square one before we even had ERODE, right? I think it's more of, people don't understand, because a lot of those like 2015 national tracks, they really didn't make them all that gnarly, like pre-made. And that's where I feel like a lot of people are getting confused, is they're thinking, dude, I really like this ERODE because it gets so gnarly, it gets really rough motocross. But that's because they've never had really a pro motocross national season in this game with no ERODE that's really like super hardcore rough, super hardcore ruts, hardcore roughness, kickers up, jump faces. They could do every bit of that pre-made and make it badass. They could do every bit of that. So I think a lot of you guys get a little confused by that. And I think you can make more lines when it's pre-made, because when you have the ERODE, everybody goes in the same goddamn line until like lap 15 or 10, and it's just, your bike literally cannot go through that goddamn rut because it's so janky and weird. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's not even close to what a real life rut or roughness is like. Doesn't really make proper roughness with the road. Doesn't really make ruts going up the jump face properly at all. I mean, that's what I'm getting. There's so many extra issues. Nick Usick, I've heard the ERODE has gotten much better, but I retired racing because the FPS was so shit it wasn't fun anymore. Yeah, good God. The damn frames per second and the problems they're having currently in the Nationals, that's enough to make anybody quit. Even somebody that's diehard, love this game forever. Like, literally, you can't make me quit playing this game, but by God, they're about to type shit. Like, Oh, it's just so terrible. I miss the old sim when you didn't need a $2,000 PC to run sim and the tracks actually look good. ERODE is fun at times, but it still turns into riding walls around the track. Yeah, now they're going down this whole road where it's like Play-Doh-ass 1994 decals to try to make it to where you can even see the shit, because you can't even see it, right? So now you don't have those realistic on-ground decals anymore. You got to have way more than your mom's Dell PC now to run it. You can't just run it so simplistically like before. There was enough lag online with 40 people anyways. I mean, good God, RF, like, you really want to go in there and add something like this? It's just going to add on top of that. That fact alone, just the amount of extra lag it causes running 40 people with the road, you shouldn't even run it just because of that fact alone. There's so many of these things you shouldn't run it just because of these particular things alone, and all these things together, and you still run it. Like, that's what I don't understand at all. He basically retweeted that. Yeah, 3 people retweeted that shit, reposted that. Yeah, so here's another one. Listen, RF, are you seeing what people are commenting? There ain't nobody in here saying, yo, this ERODE is just awesome. Like, keep running it. Keep doing what you do, RF. You know what you're doing, baby. Like, ain't nobody saying that down through here. This isn't just me anymore, RF. You're going to start waking up to this shit. Here's another one. Honestly, make some good ruts and a track and turn that motherfucking ERODE down nice and low. Let's make no wall ruts. Yeah, turn it down to where it's barely even noticeable, and then there's no point in having it. That's what I've been saying. Same shit right here. There's a lot of people going down this thought of 80% pre-made, 20% ERODE, which is very, very little ERODE compared to what we have right now. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Oh, Race Carlin coming in again. You got to love those guys in RF that just literally cannot understand what the hell is right in front of their face. You're making yourself look bad here, Race Carlin. It's pitiful how you're defending this to this point. We outvote your ass. Every single comment I've seen so far has been pretty much against what you're doing right now. And a lot of this is like, turn the shit completely off. And you still go in there and say, quote unquote, real ruts. I like how he's so defensive. Like, while this game has the closest representation of a rut in a motocross game, it is far from realistic. Okay, well, what ERODE makes, the kind of ruts ERODE makes, is even farther from realistic than what you can make pre-made in this game. That's what we're all fucking saying. That's exactly what we're saying. So your whole point of like, oh, it's far from realistic anyways, might as well just fuck it up anyways. You guys keep talking about real, ain't no big deal in real because it's not even real anyways. Yeah, we realize there's no cush to the dirt. We get it. But it doesn't mean just, let's just burn the whole game down and just make it even worse and worse and worse, and no big deal, just worse and worse because it's not realistic anyways. Like, yeah, I understand. Even pre-made ruts in MX Simulator probably aren't like 100% perfect real-life ruts, but I can goddamn guarantee you that whatever the hell you're making with this RF ERODE is way further away from it than that. Way further away. So another prime example of how people in RF get in this little bubble, this little circle jerk. They can't see anything else around them. They think they're above everything else. RF knows best, baby. Hashtag RF knows best. You know what I'm saying, boys? Oh, my God. Like, it's just so beyond me. So this was on a completely different post here, but still basically the same thing. So Checkers, you guys know the wonderful dude that I had the whole entire run-in completely exposed. Everything about RF, all the unprofessionalism, everything about it. And it's funny how RF shuts down and then now Checkers is not even working in RF anymore. Funny how all that works out, right? Literally everything I've ever done fucking pans out exactly like I was fucking saying it to begin with, but let's continue. So basically he shows the vote right here, right? And Checkers comes in here and says, I don't race or build anymore, so I could care less about that part of the statement, but you are wrong about me being mad against everyone. Hell, I'm not even mad at you. I'm annoyed with you and many others who have arrogant, entitled demeanor. Oh, we're entitled. Oh, okay. He says, if you and so many others are so confident RF is killing the game with ERODE, then I believe it is time to step up and make a series without ERODE. There's nothing stopping anyone from doing it, and it would be a huge hit if what you say is true. Well, the fucking problem is, Checkers, is we don't have the goddamn resources and the overall history and the time of doing all this crap, so it's not as easy as just some random dude to, oh, let's just get on here and make a whole different separate series. We both know that's not going to be the same, you idiot. You're trying to like compare apples to oranges and act like we could do this big side RF series thing. Like, no, you can't, because RF is RF. It's the tippity top of the goddamn slope. I killed it. It came back. And now it's trying to kill the game, and people are still racing it. I mean, if that don't tell you how fucking just big it is in the game, then I don't know what else will. Like, RF is an absolute monster when it comes to that. You can't, ain't nobody's really going to be able to compete against it like that. So your whole entire argument right here is completely false, in my opinion. It's just, you're trying to make a comparison like, well, if ERODE is so bad, then you guys go out there and try to make it without ERODE. Then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, let's just get completely defensive and try to, like, what are you doing, dog? I don't understand. Here's checkers. Here's good old checkers. I mean, I've been saying this shit for 2-3 years now. Same old same. Same old same. But he says, but we all know that won't happen because it's way easier to sit and complain and actually try to solve a problem. Oh, so now he's putting it on us like we're just over here complaining instead of going on there and doing a full-blown series. Yeah, you guys are ass because you don't want to go on there and do a full-blown pro series alongside us. Yeah, you just sit and complain. No, we're trying to make RF better. That's what we're fucking doing. There are whiners and there are doers. I'm glad RF are doers or this game would be real shit. Yeah. I mean, guys, do I even need to say anything else? This was a former RF member right here saying this shit. Again, with the whole, you guys are just sitting around complaining. Anytime anybody says anything negative about ERODE or if it's really, really bad and we're all kind of going against it, like, yo, this is not good, the RF just says, y'all just sit around and complain. Y'all are just bitching. Just quit sitting around and complaining. Quit getting mad about it. Like, I mean, what you can literally tell them to go on there and, yo, we don't like this. We hate this. Give your full fucking opinions about it. And they still are defending and still trying to sweep it under the rug, act like it's nothing. What else do I have to say, guys? There really ain't nothing more to say here. This is just sad. This is pitiful. I'm over here playing chess, and you guys are just playing checkers.